Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we have a very exciting day. Patch 12.10 has finally dropped, and with it comes a commander skill update. These are always very interesting as it changes the playstyle, hopefully for a lot of ships. We're going to look at that today. There's a lot of ships I want to play based on these changes. So first up, we have Consumable Specialist here. This is going to be changed to be a little simpler, easier to understand. Anything outside of a damage control and a repair party is going to get a 7.5% reload buff to its consumable. So instead of specifically targeting any of these consumables, it's just more of a blanket thing, except for your damage con and repair party. I think that is a lot simpler, makes a lot more sense. Good change. Preventive maintenance here for battleships and destroyers here is going to give us more HP on the AA turrets as well as the secondary mounts. So very nice to see for a lot of those battleships that do want to especially run secondaries. AA is kind of a meme, but secondaries, keeping them alive is nice to see. That's added on, keep in mind. So that's still going to give you the main guns, main armaments effects. This is just extra buffs to this skill, which is good because preventive maintenance was already a pretty good skill. It just now gets to impact more areas of your ship that do generally get blown off very easily. Those mounts do die very quickly. Super heavy AP shells, a skill I never recommended to anyone. We will look at this in port because it's a little confusing, but added the following effects. Fire flooding damage received minus 10%. The idea here being you receive less damage per tick is the whole thing here. So the fire reduction skills in this game have purely been to the duration of the fires. In their other game, like World of Warships Legends on console, they had some skills that would reduce the damage each tick did throughout the duration of that fire. So instead of allowing someone to relight you on a fire instantly after the fire goes out, and of course that kind of negates a lot of the benefits of reducing fire damage, well, this one just is a flat 10% reduction. And they can't relight you on a fire 10% sooner because it's not actually reducing the time the fire ticks for, it's just reducing that damage. I hope that makes sense. It is a little bit confusing, but I think this is a really, really powerful change. Unfortunately, it's tied to super heavy AP, which gives you 25% longer fires. So it might not be the most powerful thing in the world, but nice to see they're adding it. Up next, another battleship skill, as we can see, definitely changing some of the battleship builds, hopefully. Improved repair party readiness, something I have tried in the past. It wasn't quite as impactful as it needed to be to really replace some of those line 3 skills, but this one might help it out. After you get 2 million potential damage, a little easier on higher tier battleships, mind you, you get another repair party charge. This skill also reduces the cooldown on your repair party as well, so potentially a way to tank a little bit longer. I can see this being useful on things with a fast heal cooldown where you go through them really quickly, like Ohio, Georgia, Massachusetts. Also, really could be powerful on things like the Conqueror, like the Vincent, anything with a super heal, where you don't have as many charges of that super heal. This is going to give you another one. That's a lot of potential HP to be regained as well. So keep that in mind. We will be testing all this stuff out throughout the next weeks, but for now, we're just going to go over them. Focus Fire Training here. We do have ourselves an AA upgrade, which I'm not sure how impactful this one's going to be. This one seems to be the weaker one out of the two, since we do have another upgrade here, but we'll get to that one. That one will be much more impactful. This one I don't think is really worth taking still, but we'll test it out still. I'll still test it later on. But for now, Pack a Punch. Oh my goodness. This is going to be insane on the Napoli. Secondary battery firing range, 20%. That means Napoli is going to have like 11 kilometer secondary range. And its concealment is like 10.5 or something like that. Fortunately, they did make some changes, so you can't stealth secondary people, but it still has that fuel smoke to stealth secondary with, and use its main guns with an insane smoke fire of like 8.9 or 8.8. Ridiculous. So Napoli is going to be busted with this skill, in my opinion. I haven't played it yet, but we will see. Everything else, I think, is just going to not take this still. So maybe there's things like Schroeder that could use it as well, but there's not many upgrades for the cruisers that really want secondary range. A lot of them are waiting for accuracy to come back to their secondaries. The thing about Napoli is it has built-in Ohio accuracy. Like fully built Ohio, you just get that base on a Napoli. So yeah, Napoli's going to be busted. That's what this skill is for, basically. Furious, Battleships line number 4. Another skill I thought was a meme. Nobody should have been taking this thing. It's just bait to die sooner, basically. But it's getting a buff, so instead of a 5% reload buff whenever there's a fire on your ship, and then another 5% for each consecutive fire after that, as well as floods. Actually, no, they're adding flooding. Sorry, it did not include flooding. Now it's including floods. So the other thing is that first fire or flood gives you a 10% buff this time, and then every other one gives you a further 5%. So it is a pretty big buff to this skill, doubling its impact based on that initial fire or flood, adding flooding as a proc option for it. We'll see. This might be worth taking alongside super heavy AP shells. We'll see. Initially, what comes to mind is St. Vincent, because we do have that super heal to heal back a lot of that extra fire flood damage. And the reload could be pretty spicy on that thing. So that would be my initial thought. Furious could also be like just really, really good on Conqueror, anything with like a super heal. The thing about Conqueror, Devastation, you're shooting a lot of HE, spamming HE, so then super heavy AP shells don't matter as much. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong about that. We will definitely give it a go. Dazzle here, getting a bit of a buff, adding on a speed boost whenever this skill is activated. So not only is your ship harder to hit, giving enemies worse dispersion against your DD initially after spotting, and that for first 15 seconds, you're also getting an 8% speed buff. Could be worth it. Personally, probably won't end up taking it, but might be an interesting pick. And the last one, AA Defense and ASW Expert. Battleships Line 2, especially, and Cruisers Line 4. Maybe not as worth it on Cruisers, but Battleships Line 2, that might be just worth taking, guys. Simply because activated effect improves ship's characteristics when our AA guns are active. Ship consumable preparation and reload time 40% faster. 40% quicker to your heal, to your damage control, to potentially a fuel smoke on a Columbo, potentially, I don't know, defensive fire, all sorts of different skills. It's a big buff. So consumables here coming back quicker will help you survive against aircraft carriers, you know, whether it be a heal, your damage control back to deal with the flood or the fire that you just got lit on you. This could be big. And keep in mind, it also is getting a bit of a buff to the damage output to planes. So it's still going to be a meme. They're not going to actually make AA good, but I might have to try an AA build, guys. We'll see. Cruisers, it's 4 points. 50% reduction to consumable reload is extremely powerful. Like, imagine this on like any radar cruiser. Like, a plane happens to just sail, like, come next to a radar cruiser. Suddenly, it's got a 50% cooldown on its radar and it's back way quicker. That could be pretty powerful. It also is much stronger with the AA, but still 4 points is a lot. 2 points, you can kind of spare that a little easier, I think. But that is all of the changes. So we're going to play a game or two here. I don't know which one I want to take out first. Probably we're going to have to try Napoli, and then maybe we'll try a battleship out after that. And don't you worry, I'm going to play a ton of World of Warships here with these changes and give you guys a bunch of videos looking at especially the battleship skills, and then, yeah, just probably a bunch of really strong Napoli games, let's be honest. You can, here in the patch notes, get a free commander reset. This is going to completely reset all of your commanders, allowing you to respec them without spending any in-game resources, which is really cool. There should be free commander resets in port, but right now they're actually not working. So as of recording this video here, it still is going to cost me resources to do this. That is a known bug, apparently. And so the only way to get the free resets right now is this big red button in the article. So you just go over to news here from in-game, you click current update, and then you click on commander skills, and then you scroll down, that's where we were, and then you can click it right there. It's a little unfortunate that we don't have the individual resets right now, but apparently they're working on it, so hopefully that will come back. It is only the first week of update 12.10, so I hope that this means if it takes a day or two to actually get the individual resets back, perhaps they'll give us an extension on that week starting from when they fix that bug. That's what I would think, because a week isn't a very long time to actually experiment. I do feel like in the past we've had these commander changes and they've given us 2 weeks, maybe even a full patch. Nah, probably not a full patch. That's too generous. 2 weeks though, right? Surely 2 weeks. So 1 week feels a little, I don't know, a little cheap, especially since we don't have the individual ones. So you reset it once through that web page, and then you experimented with a build like this. Maybe you're trying the improved repair party readiness. Maybe you're trying out the heavy AP and the Furious, and you decide you don't like it. Suddenly it costs you to change back. That kind of sucks. So yeah, my advice to Wargaming, if they watch my videos, is start the week after you fix this. Otherwise, that's kind of lame. Anyways, we will take a look at Napoli first because, let's be honest, that is the most extreme buff, 11 kilometer secondary range. Also, new port that just kind of blocks your view of everything. Not sure that one was planned out fully, but hey, that's okay. Yeah, 11 kilometer secondary range alongside 10.3 detect. Insane. That is just very, very strong. So this ship is going to be even more difficult to deal with. Although amusingly, we will have to deal with turning our secondaries and AA off if we don't want to get spotted at 11 kilometers, since that will bloom our detection out to 11 the instant those secondaries shoot. That'll be kind of funny. We might get some Napolis accidentally spotted sooner than they intend to. That'd be kind of funny, but this is the build here. Obvious full secondary build, since that's what we're going to go with here. Trying it out. It's going to be stupid, especially if you ever find yourself in a ranked or a brawl, that kind of thing. It's crazy. So here's the build. Pack-a-punch. Yep, that secondary firing range. We're also going to upgrade gunner, giving us that 8% reload on this. Sorry, 10% reload on secondaries. And when someone's within that range, we also get 8% on our main guns. But we're focused on our secondary. Superintendent giving us an extra heal and smoke. Concealment, I mean, we could forego concealment and get like 11.5 detect. But I want to do the stealth secondary thing. Or try, we're spotted and our secondaries are just firing right away, right? Consumables enhancements giving us an extra 10% on our smoke generator. Could be useful. Notice here, focus fire training is not that buffed up skill on the cruisers. That's where I say 4 points is a little expensive. If these were switched like they are in the battleship line, I would probably have taken this skill if it was down here. Since 10% not amazing just for smokes. Consumable specialist here, I'm taking that for the smoke cooldown again. Nice to see this skill just blanket hit every consumable outside of damage control and heal. Very easy to remember. Much more simple to use. And then grease the gears. I don't know, just threw the build together. Let's see what Napoli can do. All right, guys, I promise this is the first game after I click battle. We get the Thunderdome spawn. So we got to go for it. Off the rip, W Key Gaming. We'll see if we make it in. They do have quite a bit of radar. Actually, well, Salem Nevsky. Enemy Schroeder, interesting. Slava Middle, potentially bad for us in our turn if we get spotted, but Salem's spotted already. There might be the, what is it, Nevsky here? But we're not getting lit yet. I think that means the DD that spawned mid hasn't come middle, much like our Benson went to the decap here. So, I mean, do we just get in for free? That's so stupid. I love it, though. Okay, Slava just shot. Good stuff. You know what? Let's even torp here. There's no way they expect torpedoes coming from there. To be fair, we're getting higher damage torpedoes now because of this secondary skill as well. And surprise, we're in the A cap already. All right, good. Now what? I'm actually gonna put up a plane, maybe a spot bombard here. Do I get torps on him? No way, right? We do. Amazing. Oh, Slava really got that hit. Too bad. So. New Napoli, guys. Even better than before. I mean, do we just go send it into these guys? Oh, there's a Bilal, though. I'm worried about that. But maybe he's, like, there and he can't keep up with us? Okay. Which way is he going? He's going this way? Do have to be careful of this lava cross shot. Splash. Sure. Oh wait, Castilla's not coming. Have I done a mistake? I think I've done a mistake. Oh, nice. Okay, we got the Bilal. Now I want to go. Okay, Slava doesn't quite have an angle on us, but he will in a second if he comes forward. So this is still just going to be normal Napoli, right? We do have... The range isn't really going to help us too much here. Castilla getting greedy. Nice. Only got my front guns, unfortunately. Hey, 14k. Let's go. Go, Secondaries! We're going to angle this way, so we're angled to the battleship, by the way. There they go. So, you're going to get that out to 11 now. That's kind of wild. Okay, he's dead. We don't get much on him, but we're actually pretty close to getting into the John Bart range with these secondaries. There they go. Oh, it's so dumb. All right, we're gonna angle this way though, just so we're not gonna eat Slava shells to our broadside. Okay, he's got AP. Well, at this angle, they should just auto-mounts, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then sap secondaries, guys. I mean, that's pain. They all pen 32, I think? And the little ones? Or do the little ones only get 26? I forget. 4. Regardless, the damage numbers just keep stacking. Overpens even. Okay. Slava gets a bit of an annoying hit. That's okay. Can we run the Slava down though? That's the question. Bros camp and spawn. Not playing. Assuming the Venice doesn't come back, maybe. But we do get in range and we get the cap. I've swapped over to HE because I'm assuming we're just not going to do very good damage to him with the armor piercing. But we are in range. Also, keep in mind our smoke fire is... Wait, why doesn't it show there? Smoke fire 8.8. So, kind of ridiculous. Willem's there. Don't really have to worry about him for now. Good fire. He might look for me yet. I think we're okay. Bounce, please. Yep. Damage controlled. All right. Let's try and relight some fires. Just gonna wait until the lights go out. There we go. Nice. Get one. What do you do against one of these things? That's the problem, though, right? Like, what do you do against one of these things? Okay, Napoli's come back. Wait. I shouldn't be lit, though. I used my smoke before. Okay, whatever. So we're within our smoke fire penalty, unfortunately. But hey, we get a smoke, and we get a plane. Look at this. How silly is that? How silly is this? Oh no, guys. Oh no. It's so stupid. This ship is so dumb. Like, for real though, guys. It's just that... How did this ship of all things get a buff, you know? Alright, our smoke's about to run out. But we can do a little both sides action, I think. I don't have expert loader though, it's unfortunate. bad. Just running this Slava down. Nice. We take those. We avoid those. Bounce. Nice. Okay, we got a Citadel, a little delayed on the hit, and secondaries. Okay. Gdansk, you around? 229. Okay. I promise this was one game. Okay, I promise. Holy. They buffed this ship. Gamers, they buffed it. Why did they buff it? No, we didn't get it. 230. Is that fair? Like, you saw what I did with the smoke, right? Like, I didn't feel in danger until I was caught in a crossfire, like, late game in their spawn, right? Like, the smoke is just crazy. 11 kilometers! You're giving those kind of secondaries 11 kilometers now? I don't know. 114 from secondaries, guys. That was more than any other of our other damage. Like, main guns, hello? No. And the ship is just so, like, forgive the language, but it's so brain dead to play this. Because it's just secondaries. You don't even have to click because it's not manual secondaries. The accuracy is the same whether you click or not. And then you get insane armor. Napoli, man. Napoli. Okay, well, there you go. There's Napoli. Oh my goodness, lag. Is that coming through? I don't have any mods right now. Why is the game lagging? This is just CC stuff for the new patch. Did they fix this? Apparently they did. I'm not sure. So, you know, I was telling you guys about how we have to pay for this. I did relog my game before playing this one. I closed it and reopened it, and they said this was changed, so it's fixed now. But apparently mine isn't yet. So hopefully when you guys see this video, it's already fixed and it's all fine. It should be. But for right now, apparently I can't. But why would I change this build, right? Why would I ever change this build? That is crazy. Yeah, so there's Napoli. That's the new commander skills. I don't know where to put the camera so that it's not obscured by stuff. There you go. There's your cinematic outro finish for this patch. Perfect. Okay. There you go. Update 12.10 is it? Black Friday ships are here. Napoli's insane. This is probably incentivizing you to go buy Napoli, but again, I would still recommend. Yes, I am actually just going to keep the camera like this. No, I'm not going to change it. I'm still going to incentivize. I'm going to recommend you guys buy it for coal, not for real money, but hey, it got a buff. It is very, very powerful now. And don't you worry, we will be trying out some of the other changes throughout this week and next week. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.